Hello, friends. Thanks for joining today. My name is Brian Cavanaugh. I am the founder and co-CEO of StreamWise Solutions, Connected Living Made Easy. We're going to cover today all of the best internet options and TV provider options in Longmont, Colorado specifically. I actually grew up in Longmont. I'm about as close to a native as you can get. I was there when I was about a year old and went to school at Longmont Estates and St. John's and such. I actually live in Denver now, but my mom still lives in Longmont, so I'm up there quite a bit, and certainly still like to call Longmont home. So anyway, this webinar will be near and dear to my heart today, and I'll give you some specific internet, TV, and just cord cutting tips in general for the Longmont area. I would also suggest too, by the way, that this is our website that I have pulled up here kind of in the background. So you can see it's www.getstreamwise.com. I would bookmark it. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel as well for other tips and tricks. But our website is just really a great resource. If you're, really sick and tired of cable and satellite, you're just looking to learn more. It's just got a lot of great information on there. As you can see, I'm on the news section of the website, and really, we write blogs about at least once a week on different topics. Finishing up one today on the cable and satellite, specifically Comcast, Xfinity increasing prices this month. So if you haven't looked at your most recent bill yet, it's going to be going up like it does every 6 to 12 months. So we obviously help people cut the cord and really not just cut the cord, but take control back from their cable and satellite provider for TV and internet, and make it so that you're getting what you want, more of a what you want, where and when you want type of thing, and you're in control again. Our average customer saves $1,500 every year, so significant. My background, I actually used to work for big telecom for 13 years before I started this business 10 years ago. So I've seen it from the other side, where unfortunately the big corporate monopolies, all they care about is the money, which is why they have nothing but terrible reviews and frustrated customers. So anyway, let's get into it. We'll be able to kind of explain as we go throughout today about how to get TV plus internet for literally as low as $40 a month. Not just a one-time bait and switch offer like cable and satellite, but true savings forever. Again, we're all about helping you take control back from your old cable and satellite provider, and the ridiculous high rates and the blackouts and the contracts. All that stuff is gone with StreamWise Solutions. So where I'm going to start today is just kind of showing you a couple things on the website. Again, it's www.getstreamwise, just like it sounds, .com. Probably most importantly, if you're brand new to cord cutting, brand new to StreamWise, the best thing is scheduling a one-on-one consultation with one of our experts. If you go to the top here and click on schedule a call, that actually gets you a one-on-one free phone consultation with one of our experts. You can click for future webinars here on the Watch a Webinar. And then probably the other great resource here, you can obviously click around a lot of these different sections, but the news section has a lot of great blogs. You can kind of see some of them flying through here about how to lower your bills on Comcast. We'll talk about a lot of these things today. Obviously, there's one about altitude sports. There's all kinds of stuff on here. Things about the blackouts, all the cable TV fees and taxes. A lot of great stuff, basically, A-La-Carte TV options. But anyway, I'm going to hit the home button here. I'm actually doing this on my TV with my StreamWise Solutions setup. We do different things for different people. It's all customizable. We're not like cable and satellite in a lot of respects. And one of those respects is we don't have a one-size-fits-all type of thing. So we like to have a consultation with people up front, learn what channels their family needs and what they care about. And then we actually customize the solution based on those needs individually. But the really cool thing we do for a lot of our customers is simplify. Again, connected living made easy. So it's one remote control. As you can see, I actually have TV power and volume on here as well. I can control everything, not just the internet that I was just on from here, but all the TV stuff I'm going to show you today is actually, I'm not changing inputs back and forth. I'm not grabbing a bunch of different remote controls. We're all about simplicity. Is it the exact same as cable and satellite? No, we don't want to be exactly the same as cable and satellite, quite frankly, because there's a lot of things they do wrong. We give you the freedom to do what you want, when you want, and take control back. And most importantly, save money. You know, our average customer saves $1,500 every year, believe it or not. So significant savings forever, not a bait and switch type of thing like cable and satellite. But you can get all the same channels for a lot less money, in a lot of cases free, which I'll show you some of those options today. First thing we're going to kind of talk about is really getting into some of the reasons why your cable bill goes up and up and up. If you stick with cable and satellite, don't be fooled. Your bill is actually never going down. It's only going up. We're actually writing a blog, literally, that'll probably be launched later on today that kind of gives you all the details around this. But the short version is there's a lot of different broadcast TV fees and regional sports fees and transmission fees, retransmission fees. The problem is the content providers like ABC, NBC, ESPN, whatever, they're having to pay like big contracts for like Patrick Mahomes for $500 million, and they have to pass those costs on to your provider, whether it's Comcast, Dish, DirecTV, whoever you have. Those providers, of course, are not going to eat it. They're all about making money. Their margins are getting lower and lower because the content prices keep going up and up and up. They don't have a choice. They have to charge more money for cable and satellite. So if you're living in some dream world where you think your bills are going down, they're not. They're never going down. They're actually just going to go up, especially when you consider in the last 2 years alone, 10 million people have cut the cord. So there's a lot less people around to pay for the content prices that keep going up and up and up. So you can do the math. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. The people that are going to suffer are the people that stick with cable and satellite. And those are the people that are going to have their bills go up and up and up. And they'll do it in more ways, not so obvious, with sneaky fees. You know, the broadcast TV fee is actually up to like over $18 a month now, believe it or not. That's just one fee out of probably 10 to 15 fees that are on your cable and satellite bill, above the fee that they quote you for the TV service itself or your bundle. We like to call that bundle BS, basically, where they give you the song and dance that it's cheaper to get the bundle. It's not. If you look at your total bill, $200 a month or whatever it is, the average bill is actually over that now. We help you chop it down to just internet only, usually right around 40 to 50 bucks a month for internet. We have free TV options, and then we have cable channel options for bundles that are a lot less expensive with no contracts, you know, anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks a month are usually the ones we recommend. So what I'm going to start with first, though, is I'm going to start with showing you the TV options. So again, I'm using my same easy remote here. It's got like 13 buttons on it. I'm going to go into my grid channel guide here, which you can get to in a lot of different ways. You can actually voice remote and say channel guide. But you can see I still have my major networks, which is really where, you know, at least half, if not more, all the top 50 shows and sports and news and whatever, local news, every single Denver Broncos game, all the major sports are actually free. What we do is we install TV antennas for, you know, 70, 80% of our customers. That's kind of your base for TV. The reason we use that for the base is because it puts you back in control again, and it gives you 60, 70 channels totally free, but most importantly, it's all your major networks. So you're never having to pay those broadcast TV fees that we were just talking about for $18+ a month every single month for eternity. This stuff is all free. I know you would think that because it's free, oh, it's worse quality. It's actually, believe it or not, better quality than what you pay for. So you're not sacrificing anything. I'll tune into one of these channels live while we're talking here, and you're gaining everything. So you're gaining the control back. You can see right now it's on a commercial. We have options where you can actually get a DVR for free and pause live TV and skip commercials, stuff like that, for no extra monthly rate. But it's the exact same stuff. It's just a smarter way to do it, where you're not paying all these extra fees every month, which is where they really nickel and dime you and get you with cable and satellite. So obviously free is great. You're getting 60, 70 channels for free forever. All your major networks, all your local news, every single Broncos game off of just a TV antenna. Now, the key with that is Longmont especially, you're far enough away from the towers. Most of the towers are in Lookout Mountain and Golden, where we never recommend, even if you're down in Denver, to get one of these crappy little cheapo indoor antennas. They just don't cut it. One, you're having to put one of these things on every TV in your house, which is not a good look, right? But more important than that is we're going to get rid of that, and reception is just terrible, especially from Longmont because you're far away from the towers. To do it right, which is what we're all about, which is why we got nothing but 5-star reviews, is you have to really do a more powerful antenna and get it in the right spot. Yes, we have all the experience since we've been doing this for over 10 years. We have all the tricks of the trade. We have a signal meter. So we actually hop in your attic or hop on your roof, and we test signal and find the strongest spot for signal so we can guarantee you're not going to be having channels break up on you. You're not going to be missing channels, stuff like that. So if you've ever tried one of those cheapo indoor antennas and say, oh, I can't get antenna reception where I live, it's a bummer because I wanted free TV, it's probably not the issue of your location or your antenna just alone. You're just not doing things right. So that's why you get in touch with us. 303-794-8600. Give us a call. We can fix you up and get you squared away and guarantee signal. So you're not missing channels. They're not breaking up. We do a more powerful attic or outdoor antenna. So that's how we guarantee reception. Is it easy to do? No, it's not easy to do. That's why you hire the experts. But we've been doing it for 10 years. So we got it down to a science so we can guarantee signal and make sure you're saving the most money and literally paying nothing. And like I said, we also have options like this where you can literally go out and have your nice grid TV guides. You're not sacrificing anything from your cable and satellite. And instead of paying extra fees for HD and a DVR and broadcast TV fee and regional sports fees and box fees, no, we don't do any of that stuff. All that stuff is gone. All this stuff is free. Literally the way it works with what we do is, and really cord cutting in general is, instead of paying $200 a month to Comcast and giving them $2,400 a year, that money we help you save going from $200 a month down to like $40 or $50 a month. That's the money you use to buy the hardware you need to get the channels you want, make it easy to use, stuff like that. So again, it's all customizable. I would suggest going on to our website at getstreamwise.com and scheduling a call. We can give you a personalized consultation to let you know how much money we can save you. But our average customer saves $1,500 every year, so definitely worth it. But you can see I can come out here and find my show, and I can really easily do all the same stuff and set up recordings. So I can record this episode or the full series. As simple as that, and you can see now it's set up to record. So then I don't have to worry about commercials. I just literally watch everything and skip commercials, piece of cake, just like we used to with cable and satellite. So anyway, that's the first source for TV, which is just all the free stuff you can get. There's a bunch of other free streaming apps that we do for our customers, and we have a lot of great resources and things like that that we install for people, and also have some resources on our website related to that. But the next most important thing, I think, besides the local network channels is cable channels. So believe it or not, things have changed a lot in the last 5 years. There is literally no cable channel you can't get, either a la carte or in these little skinny bundles for like $20, $30 a month is the ones we recommend. They give you the top 30, 40, 50, 60 cable channels. So it's the exact same stuff, any channel you want. It's just a smarter way to do it where you're cutting out the middleman. So instead of paying $200 a month for your bundle with all the extra fees, you just pick and choose what you want and pay for a la carte, or you pay for these bundles, $20, $30 a month for cable channels. So if I go back here real quick, you can see it's actually pretty easy to get to the same stuff. You can get to it through apps, like if you feel like it. You can get to kind of more of a Netflix stylish system here where it has your channels just laid out. Sports, news, kind of by different genres. You can also come down and get to free stuff. And you can subscribe to things individually like HBO and Showtime and Stars and whatever. Like I said, the sky's the limit. Anything's possible. And you can set favorite channels and have your grid channel guide, stuff like that that we're used to. I think the key takeaway here is it's the exact same cable channels, a lot less money, either a la carte or in these little skinny bundles, which, like I said, is the one that we recommend, are $20 to $30 a month, and they give you the top 30, 40, 50, 60 cable channels. Live, on demand, DVR, everything you're used to. So anyway, that's kind of the summary on the TV part of things. By the way, if you have any questions as we're going through here, just put it in the chat on the right-hand side, and then I can get to those at the end and cover those. Or, like I said, we'll also have a lot of different related blogs. If you go to our website, getstreamwise.com, and then click on the news section, there's a lot of great news blogs there on all these different topics we're discussing today as well. Of course, by the way, too, if you go back here a little bit, you also have your apps like Netflix, Prime, Hulu, whatever. So we're just basically taking anything you have right now and connecting it and making it easier for you, because that's what we do, right? We're making your internet and your streaming much better, and we're making your apps and everything like that much better. No, it's not a smart TV. No, it's not all these other crazy. There's so many confusing options out there nowadays for cord cutters. There's way too many, antennas that don't work. There's way too many DVRs that don't work well. There's way too many hardware streaming services. There's 300 streaming services nowadays. It's a hot mess out there. A lot of people overpay for things you don't even need. That's a big part of what we help you do, is eliminate all that confusion and kind of the jungle of cord cutting out there. Instead of you wasting a bunch of time and money and losing your sanity, we help you cut the cord and do it right the first time and make sure you're saving the most money every month, and it's easy to use. One remote control, one interface. That's what we're about. By the way, the streaming stuff doesn't work unless you have a good internet connection. That's what we're going to get into next. So you need to have a good streaming device, of the hardware, but you also need to have a good network. The little combo modem routers that your cable and satellite providers love to rent you, your internet providers rent you for like $15 a month, $15 a month. They're usually pieces of junk. So that's actually the fail point. You call into them, they say, hey, you need more speed, you need more speed. No, you actually don't. That's why we were able to get high-speed internet for like $40 to $50 a month for most of our customers. We fix up your network with a little mesh network puck, and we put these different places throughout your house. So just blanket your house in coverage, so you have rock solid Wi-Fi coverage, not just for your streaming, the stuff we were just showing you, but for your work from home, your school from home, all your smart home stuff. Again, all that connected living stuff is what we do, and we make it easier and more functional for you. There's actually an app on your phone where you can control all this stuff too. You can do a speed test. You can see who's logged into your network. You can see your network login that you always forget and you can't remember when someone comes over to your house. You can set up a guest network if you have contractors, your kids, friends coming over, stuff like that, so your stuff is secure. So there's a lot of benefits to what we do. But the hardware is a big piece of it. You got to make sure you have the right stuff installed properly by an expert, which is obviously what we do. We've been doing it for 10 years. So getting into the streaming and all those things we were just talking about, the backbone for that is your internet. So we talked about the TV piece up here and how to save money there and even get TV for free in a lot of cases with no contracts, and a lot less expensive in other cases for any cable channels you want. Next, we'll talk about internet. So Longmont is really unique in that respect. Unfortunately, in most places, it's a monopoly. You really only have two real options at this point. There are other internet competition coming in the future. We'll have future blogs and webinars on that. But for now, it's basically a monopoly. It's either Comcast or CenturyLink. And that's tough, because when you have a monopoly, you don't have to care about your customers. You don't have to care about customer service. You can kind of do whatever you want, right? You can charge whatever you want. You can have crappy customer service. And that's kind of where we've been for the last 10 or 15 years with Comcast and CenturyLink. Like I said, I worked for a big telecom for 13 years before I started this company. I worked half that out of the corporate office. So trust me, I've seen it from every angle, and it's not pretty. It's all about the money. It's not about the customers, which is why I started this business 10 years ago, is to try to help people out, help them with all the confusing options, but also help them to make sure they're saving the most money every month. Because at the end of the day, when you have a monopoly, there's a lot of misinformation out there, and most of it is coming from Comcast and Dish and DirecTV, unfortunately. There's a lot of misleading things. You call in, they say, oh no, getting internet by itself is terrible. You're going to be paying $100 a month. You need to go with the bundle. And they forget to tell you about all the extra fees and taxes and everything. So anyway, I'm going to give you a comparison between not just Comcast and CenturyLink, but if I go back here to our website, also about a new service in Longmont that's really not available in a lot of places, only in Longmont. Quite frankly, if I had the option here, Nexlight is what I would get if I had that option here in Denver, but unfortunately, it's just Longmont specific. So actually, if I scroll down to the bottom here, we'll be doing future articles on Longmont specific to Nexlight. But I think we just did an article somewhat recently here on page 2 of the blogs about Comcast and CenturyLink that compares the two. So like here's one about how to make your Comcast and CenturyLink internet faster, but it kind of gives you a breakdown of the two internet providers and how to get your speed up. But long story short, Comcast and CenturyLink are pretty similar. CenturyLink comes over phone lines, Comcast comes in over coax. It varies by address and by neighborhood, so we can give you some advice there. You know, like I said, go to the website, click on schedule a call to get a personalized one-on-one consultation. But basically, long story short is they unfortunately don't have a whole lot of competition in most places, so they are always going to charge more for their service. And usually, from everything I've seen in most neighborhoods, you have generally pretty bad speeds, or Comcast or CenturyLink maybe has a gig, which is kind of overkill for a lot of people, quite frankly. But to get a gig, you're spending over $100 a month easily. Nexlight is pretty amazing because it's fiber, and it's pretty much almost everywhere in Longmont. So you don't have to worry about only being able to get like 10 megabits per second or something terrible where you can barely even stream Netflix. You can get a gig, or they just came out with a gig is really reasonable. It's like 60, 70 bucks a month, depending on kind of what plan you're on with Nexlight. But they just came out with something really reasonable, which is a pretty amazing deal. I've never seen anything like it in the country, quite frankly, where you're getting 100 megabits per second, which is plenty fast to do anything you need to do, work from home, school from home, streaming, obviously, even streaming live TV. But you can get that for only $40 a month. So basically, you could tailor a package that we kind of can help you out with together of having Nexlight internet for 40 bucks a month for high-speed internet at 100 megabits per second, plus free TV. Extra boxes are free, the DVR is free, the TV guide's free. So you're literally paying $40 a month for TV and internet together. So pretty amazing deal. And even if you need more than that, you can add on certain times of the year, you know, a la carte cable channels for next to nothing, or worst case scenario, $20, $30 a month for your cable bundles of, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60 channels. So you can see, again, you're taking it's just a smarter way to do it from cable and satellite. Let's say Comcast, Xfinity, the triple play bill, where you're paying like $200+ a month with all your taxes and fees on there. And the bottom line is you take your $200 a month, you chop it down to 40 bucks a month for internet. You add on TV for free, the guide, the DVR, the extra boxes are all free. So you're literally saving $160 a month. That's like $2,000 a year. It's crazy how much money you can save, right? So anyway, that's a big part of what we help you out with. So again, thanks for joining today. If you go to the website, getstreamwise.com. If you're new to cord cutting, new to StreamWise in general, click on schedule a call in the top right, top middle, I should say, of the website here. That gets you a personalized one-on-one consultation with one of our experts. You can also join future webinars by clicking on watch a webinar there, and really just have a lot of great information as opposed to getting misinformation from your cable and satellite provider because they have skin in the game. We don't care. We don't have any skin in the game, right? We're not a service provider. We just tell you what's best for you as a customer and as a consumer. So our news section has a lot of great blog articles that are just, you know, open source type of thing. You do what you want, do what's best for you. And even our scheduling a call, we're just going to give you the best advice for your situation. We'll ask you some basic questions to get a general understanding, and then we'll give you the best specific advice for your specific situation. So instead of wasting a bunch of time and money and trying to cut the cord and figure stuff out and wasting hours and hours of time and thousands of dollars, again, I would just reach out and go to our website, getstreamwise.com, click on schedule a call. You'll talk to one of our experts. They'll be able to at least give you some good advice, and then you can make the best choice, to take control back from cable and satellite. Thanks for joining today. Appreciate it. And again, go to our website, getstreamwise.com, for any additional questions and help. Thanks. Take care.